The dispatcher's voice was steady, trained to soothe, to reassure, but nothing could diminish the stark terror woven into Katie Lee's words. It was a cold December night in 2017 when the call ripped through the silence of the Holland, Michigan police station. Katie Lee, her voice flat, devoid of emotion, uttered a chilling statement. "I shot my son." The dispatcher, trained to maintain composure, probed for details. Katie, her voice a monotone, explained that her son Austin was in his bedroom. He was dead. She had shot him. The address given was unremarkable, a quiet house in a peaceful neighborhood. The voice on the other end of the line was equally unremarkable, calm, composed. It was a stark contrast to the horrifying confession that had just sent chills down the dispatcher's spine. News of the incident spread like wildfire through the quiet community, leaving a trail of shock and disbelief in its wake. The Lees were known as a loving family, their lives a tapestry woven from the threads of ordinary life, school events, family gatherings, and the quiet rhythm of a life lived in the heartland of America. How could such darkness penetrate the heart of this idyllic town and the heart of a mother? As police cars raced toward the Lee residence, the dispatcher's words hung heavy in the air. A mother has shot her son. Katie Lee was a woman who seemed to embody the spirit of small-town America. A devoted mother, a loving wife, her life was a testament to the values of family and togetherness. Her Facebook page, filled with pictures of her son Austin, spoke volumes about the bond they shared. Austin, on the cusp of manhood, was a beloved figure in the community. A bright student, a talented athlete, he was the kind of young man who drew people in with his infectious smile and genuine warmth. He was the apple of his mother's eye, the center of her universe. Their life together was a tapestry woven from the threads of shared laughter, whispered secrets, and the quiet comfort of mutual understanding. Katie and Austin weren't just mother and son, they were confidants, friends, a united force against the world. Friends and neighbors would later recall the easy affection between them. They were a team, a united front facing the world together. The bond they shared was evident in every shared glance, every inside joke, every comfortable silence. It was a bond that seemed unbreakable, forged in the fires of shared experiences and unconditional love, yet beneath the surface of their idyllic life, a current of unease rippled. Whispers of financial strain and personal struggles cast a shadow over their seemingly perfect world. The pressure of maintaining their lifestyle, of providing Austin with the opportunities he deserved, weighed heavily on Katie's shoulders. The scene that greeted the police officers that night was nothing short of chilling. The house, a symbol of suburban tranquility, was now a crime scene, its silence shattered by the echo of a single fatal gunshot. Katie, still on the phone with the dispatcher, met the officers at the door. Her demeanor was eerily calm, her voice devoid of the hysteria one might expect from a woman who had just confessed to killing her own son. She led them to Austin's room, her footsteps measured, her expression unchanged. Inside, the young man lay still, his life tragically cut short. A single bullet wound marred the peace of his final sleep. The air hung thick with the scent of gunpowder and the overwhelming presence of death. Even seasoned officers, hardened by years of witnessing the darkest corners of humanity, were taken aback by Katie's demeanor. She answered their questions with a chilling detachment, her words measured, her tone flat. There was no outpouring of grief, no desperate pleas for understanding, no frantic attempts to explain the unexplainable. There was only an unsettling calmness, a chilling acceptance of the horror that had unfolded within those walls. As the investigation unfolded, a picture began to emerge of a family grappling with hidden demons. Just weeks before the shooting, Austin had been hospitalized for a drug overdose. The incident, kept under wraps by the family, hinted at a darkness lurking beneath the surface of their picture-perfect life. Austin, it seemed, had been battling his own demons. The impending weight of adulthood, the pressure to succeed, the fear of disappointing those he loved, it was all becoming too much to bear. The overdose, a desperate cry for help, was a harbinger of the tragedy that was to come. Adding another layer of complexity to the case was Austin's upcoming 18th birthday. He was just days away from reaching the milestone, a fact that would later become a focal point of the investigation. Some whispered that Austin had been terrified of turning 18, of the responsibilities and expectations that came with adulthood. The overdose, the upcoming birthday, the fear of the future. These fragments of information swirled around the case, painting a portrait of a young man on the precipice, desperate for a way out. But what role, if any, did these factors play in the events that led to his tragic end?